deep into the Changbai Mountains, now you can hear a loud and heavy whistle echoing through the forest. It's calling for the last harvest. This half-century-old, state-owned forest farm, covering thousands of square miles, will finally come to an end for its last harvest. This will conclude the history of logging in this magnificent forest. In 2016, the Chinese government collaborated with the World Bank and the Global Environmental Facility to launch the Landscape Approach to Wildlife Conservation in Northeast China project. By using the Amur tiger as the flagship species, the project objectives are to restore the ecological conditions, bring back biodiversity, and improve the ecosystem and habitat for wildlife. The project area is on the border between northeast China and Russia. It's China's largest temperate forest that's home to a broad spectrum of indigenous plants and animals. With 55% forest cover, around 3,000 wild animal species live here, including national-level protected animals such as Muscus mossiferus, Sika deer, stable, Asian black bear, and red deer. This is also the natural habitat for Amur tigers and leopards. Studies have shown that they live mainly in the areas between Jilin and Heilongjiang provinces. This golden area is their largest forest home in China. Over many years, the Chinese government has implemented policies and programs to protect and conserve the natural forest, laying a foundation for the launching of the World Bank-supported project. The project is designed to enhance management effectiveness of protected areas, create new nature reserves, restore and connect wildlife habitats, strengthen patrolling and monitoring of wild animal species, and reduce human to wildlife conflict. This would provide a biodiversified, friendly landscape for wildlife, including tigers and leopards. The Tanxiaoling protected area was established under the project, bordering Wangqing National Reserve in the east and Heilongjiang Muling National Reserve in the north. Not only is it a suitable habitat for Amur tigers, but it also connects the natural reserves in both provinces, becoming a potential ecological corridor for Amur tigers to enter the hinterlands of the Changbai Mountain. To help wild species survive during adverse weather conditions and help enhance their reproduction, the project has established fixed feeding stations in the conservation areas, providing grains, salt, and other essential nutrients. Since 2016, a total of nearly 80,000 kilograms of soybeans, corn, and forage grass, as well as 800 kilograms of salt have been provided. To prevent illegal hunting, lumbering, and other threats that could destroy natural resources, and to strengthen enforcement of laws and regulations that protect wild animals and plants, the project has worked closely with nature reserve administrations, forest bureaus, and forest police to promote patrolling, remove illegal animal traps, and crack down and punish intruders and poachers. Several professional patrol teams have been established and are using sophisticated computerized monitoring systems to prevent illegal hunting and follow tiger movements. In addition, the project has set up a multi-level institutional responsibility system for involved stakeholders, a performance-based system of supervision, and has designed patrolling routes based on scientific analysis. Together, these efforts have built a strong new norm to protect the forest, ecosystem, and wildlife. With support from the project, the Dongning Municipal Forest Bureau in Heilongjiang Province has established a professional patrolling team composed of 12 locally recruited women, all of whom come from families of forest farmers that have been involved with the lumbering business for many generations. But now, these women have become the first generation of advocates for protecting the forest. To fulfill their responsibilities, they have overcome many obstacles. Their footprints can be found everywhere, deep into the mountains and on icy trails and dangerous terrain. They are now the eyes and the ears of the forest, saving wildlife while protecting the landscape where they live. To improve their knowledge, technical skills, and patrolling efficiency, the project has held technical training classes on animal monitoring and protection, patrolling techniques, field surveys, and illegal trap removal. To evaluate outcomes, the project has held 5 consecutive annual patrolling contests for field staff. All of the executing entities under the project have sent delegates. During such contests, hunting scenes were simulated to test contestants' professional skills, including mountain patrolling and removing animal snares and traps. Along with the continuous efforts in wildlife preservation, the project also promotes various alternative livelihood activities for local residents. It has offered beehives to potential beekeepers, organized training on the relevant productive activities, and provided technical support for edible fungus production, traditional Chinese medicine, and agroforestry. Moreover, the project has created job opportunities through hiring local community members to participate in patrolling, field surveys, and forest tending. With technical and financial support, the local communities have sustained strong interest in wildlife conservation. At the same time, the project has helped improve the income of the local communities and promoted green economic growth. To educate the general public on the importance of conserving wildlife species worldwide and on the need for global collective efforts, many local organizations have held various awareness building and training activities in the project area. The project has worked with local enterprises, universities, volunteers, and students on training activities including patrolling, summer camps, trap removals, and lectures that focus on the Amur tiger. The project has also invited experts to visit the village and educate the local communities on laws and regulations regarding wildlife, such as hunting prohibition and a ban on wildlife trade and consumption. Experts have also provided public health knowledge by disseminating pamphlets and questionnaires on disease prevention and control. Infrared cameras are a critical technology used to monitor tiger and leopard populations and to evaluate the project's impacts. Jilin and Heilongjiang provinces have standardized monitoring techniques and kept the findings consistent. The 2 monitoring periods, spring and fall, last for 3 months respectively. For every 3 by 3 square kilometers, there are 2 cameras installed. This infrared camera monitoring has helped identify individual tigers and leopards, their population structure and expansion, their choice of habitat, and other critical information. The monitoring system can effectively detect any human threats that the tiger and leopards have encountered, providing essential technical support, wildlife protection. The World Bank has provided strong support to the project. The bank continues to send diverse teams to visit project sites and provide support to the local executing agencies. Together, they have interviewed project-affected people and beneficiaries, held extensive discussion with stakeholders, provided technical and project management support, and helped identify and solve problems as they arose. This close collaboration has brought the project to the attention of other international organizations, helping to ensure that the project objectives are reached and global expertise is mobilized. For example, the World Wildlife Fund has provided significant financial and technical support to the project. In addition, a team of Russian wildlife experts have visited the project, held seminars with the executing partners, and invited them to Russia for study tours and to participate in tiger rescue activities. The project has benefited significantly from international inputs and the sharing of global practices. Since its implementation in July 2016, the project has achieved many of its goals. Through policy planning and institutional arrangements, a systematic interdepartment collaboration has formed to optimize the results in wildlife protection in prioritized regions. The interregion collaboration has increased overall impacts, providing valuable lessons and experience on wildlife conservation for future reference. After more than 4 years of hard work and overcoming many challenges, the project is on a clear and steady path to successful completion. The ecological conditions and habitats for China's Amur tiger and leopards have gradually improved and expanded. Their reproduction rate has increased significantly in key project areas, and substantial progress has been made in restoring the ecosystem's functions. Without a doubt, these interventions and achievements will have significant and lasting impact on future wildlife and biodiversity conservation.